there I was with 2 little girls, single mom. I thought I had taken a job that would be great. And I unfortunately was fired from it and had to, tell people I had been let go of a job, which is so horrifying to do. And really then it was like, what the heck am I going to do with my life? And where do I go from here? And what is that next step to find a career that is something I'm good at, something I actually enjoy doing? And it really actually drove a lot of what I do today, because it made me really dig deep into who I am and what I wanted for the rest of my life. What is it, the saying, timing's everything? Everything happens for a reason, which I don't necessarily believe in that saying. I think you can find reasons for everything. But it was definitely serendipitous in a lot of ways, because the timing just was right for what we wanted to do. And it was at a good moment of my life, I think, because it really, for me, it was a pivotal moment of, this is serious. I really need to provide for my family, but I also need to do something that makes me feel great at the end of every day and isn't just a paycheck. Neither one of us had any previous experience in the athletic apparel world, in design, in clothing, in manufacturing. And it was, we just had the gumption and the will, and we knew we could figure out a way to make it happen. What was going through my mind was a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of heart palpitations at 3 a.m. that I didn't recognize as even having, anxiety, or that those were perhaps stress heart palpitations. I just thought, what the heck is going on? What am I going to do next? But it really drove me, even in those sleepless nights, to sit down and write down what it was that I was passionate about. What drove me every single day to get out of bed. And for me, that was connecting with people, making them feel great about themselves. And once I got to that, and then I started to further that conversation even more with one of my clients, who's now my business partner, about an idea that she and I had come up with years before. And I said, you remember that idea we had? What do you think about, really taking a further look into it? And once we did, that for me then became really the beautiful part, despite the fact that I was really she was feeding me a lot of my lunches, to be clear, too, during that time. But it was really an opportunity and really a beautiful part of getting to the raw side of what is it that's going to drive me as a human? And it was creating a business. Here we are thinking, okay, we're these 2 women starting a business with such different backgrounds. Why would they not want to support this? And the reality was they just didn't. We weren't that perfect match, and they were looking for a perfect match. And it's really what holds so many women back, actually, from receiving these loans, is there's so many parameters around them. And it's unfortunate. But it was actually, it was a good kick in the butt, I think, even though it was such, we thought, okay, now is this our stopping point where we go, gosh, if we can't even get a loan, we really can't start our business. And then we did have a plan B to go to, which was great, and went out to raise some money and some capital with friends and family. Get to that raw moment, be vulnerable, open up to people around you. So many people that I surrounded myself with had such incredible advice or were willing to give me support. And I really hadn't seen that for all those years prior, because I hadn't allowed them to do it, because I was so tough and I knew what I wanted and all those things. And then when I got to this vulnerable place where I had to really let people in and say, I'm scared, or I don't know what this next step is, or tell me what to do. I remember telling some friends, tell me what I should do. What should I do that I would be good at? And, and really opening my ears up to what people had to say. And ultimately, no one can figure that out, as we all know. We have to figure that out for ourselves, what the right path is and what those choices entail. And I think I would say open yourself up to the people that you trust and that can help you. And, not turning to, it would have been so much easier during that time to turn back on what was comfortable, which, to go get back into just a coaching gig. And instead, I knew I didn't want to do that. I knew that wasn't where I was going to be for the long haul. Knowing who the right fit is to help your business get to the next level is really, really important. My company is Graced by Grit, and we are a women's athletic apparel brand, and we are designed and manufactured in San Diego, All of our fabrics are Italian. They all have UPF 50 plus in them, and all of our products are designed with safety in mind. So every single product comes with a safety whistle. We are all about empowering women. So the name is really the start of that. It's about how every woman has experienced a gritty moment or a series of gritty moments in her life that define her, and at the end of the day, actually become her grace, if she allows them to, by the way, which I think is a big part of that.
Yes.
And so we've built an incredible community of women and customers that are all about that mission. They're all about empowering each other, looking great, sweating through those gritty moments, getting out there, sharing their stories, and realizing that grit is truly what gives us our grace.